Rupa Prabhu had suggested that we will talk about Ekadashi a bit. So, first, we will be talking about very specifically about Utthana Ekadashi, the essence of Utthana Ekadashi. So, first of all, every Ekadashi is important for a Vaishnava. If, for example, Mataji just a few days back complained that, especially, texting me saying that, Prabhuji, due to you, my health is bad today. I told by what I did. She said, Prabhu, you emphasize so much, you shout so much about Ekadashi, Ekadashi, Ekadashi. But I did Ekadashi and my health is gone. I told Mataji, I talk about Ekadashi, that is fine. But I don't know about your health, right? What is, in what state you are, how will I know? In what state your physical body is, how would I know? You should act accordingly. Did you consult me before doing a fast? Or if you think, okay, you cannot share a few things, did you tell me that, Prabhuji, I want to talk some with some senior Mataji, I have some problems and then accordingly I want to do fast. Did you talk with me? Did you ask me? No. But out of motivation, you did fasting and now your health is bad, so you are blaming me, right? So every Ekadashi is very, very, very virtuous, very, very, very auspicious, and very, very, very important in a Vaishnav's life. If out of your physical body's limitation, if you are not able to fast very strictly, then there are various levels out of which you can take something by which at least you can refrain yourself from grains. Okay, but your Ekadashi will be counted. Maybe not in the first class, but at least in the sleeper class or in the general class, right? At least it will be counted. So likewise, Prabodhini Ekadashi has a number of advantages or the benefits that we would get physically as well as spiritually if we follow the rules and regulations that has been mentioned. Always remember, it's not about only Prabodhini Ekadashi, it's about all Ekadashis, that refraining oneself from grains, right, is just 10% of the entire Ekadashi. Never assume that it's 100%. Okay, I don't want to eat, but I can eat 100 kilos of apple. Not like that. That is not for Ekadashi. Then you are not doing Ekadashi. That is why not eating grains, and we will go through the details. Specifically with this Prabodhini Ekadashi, it has been talked about so many things. So there are n number of components of Ekadashis which we should try doing it. Not give lame excuses, Prabhuji, it is beyond our limitation. Our limitation is only eating only. So morning to night, keep on eating. That is our limitation. So don't give lame excuses. See, we have to be very sincere, very honest. And I love the statement of Srila Prabhupada, that he said that he cannot cheat Krishna. Remember, we should put caption in our houses that we cannot cheat Krishna at any cost. And at the end, it's not your actions, it's your intention in your heart, in your mind, that matters, that Krishna considers. I see that is what I will not go into that, because a day before yesterday there was a big day in Vrindavan. So many people didn't. So I was giving example that some Mataji went to Agra to take darshan of Lord Shankar. There is a very big temple. So I said that if you had money, that's why you could travel to Agra. But what about if I don't have money? So that means I don't deserve spiritual benefits in my life. So remember, whatever physical actions we are doing, all 100 out of 100, all those things are secondary. The primary is your intention to love Krishna. Because do you think we can give anything to Krishna? In this Chaturmas, starting today, there is a rule that today, especially today, you should offer lotus flower at the lotus feet of Krishna. Do you think he doesn't have lotus, that he's telling you to offer lotus? Do we think like that? So remember, there is nothing that we can give Krishna. We are nothing. We are just the tiny dust, like the dust particles which lie beside the roadside. We are just like them. But it's out of his great compassion and love that he accepts whatever we offer. That's why he says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prachati Tadaham Bhakti Upahatam Shnami Prayatatmana. Out of love, love is the only essence of all these crap spiritual activities and whatever you are doing and what not you are doing. All that matters. Nothing matters physically or with your actions. All that matters is the intention behind your actions. So now, talking specifically about Prabodhini Ekadashi, Prabodhini Ekadashi or Utthan Ekadashi is so virtuous, so auspicious that Padma Puran says that if you take a vow of completing one Utthan Ekadashi in your life, one, then you get the fruits of executing 1,000 Ashwamedh Yagyas. We don't know the rules and regulations of doing one yagya. It's giving free of cost of 1,000. And that's the reason we don't know the value of Ekadashis. We just keep our hankering, we keep on hankering about what is that? Ekadashi recipe book, Ekadashi this dish, Ekadashi that reel, that roll. We are so much focused with reels nowadays that we are far from the reality. But we should go behind reality and not behind reels. But thanks to what is his name? I also don't know that which company produces iPhone 17, that CEO. But thanks to him that he has given iPhone 17 as well. So we like beggars. You see, in modern metro cities, boys and girls are standing in queue like beggars for getting iPhone 17. They are ready to spend 1,50,000 rupees, but they are ready to stand in the queues like beggars. So we are not in the mode of reality anymore. We are now in the mode of reels, that we have to make reels, we have to show, and then go ahead. That's why when Padma Puran says that just by keeping the vow of one Prabodhini Ekadashi, it is we get 1,000. We get the virtue of completing 1,000 Ashwamedh Yajnas. It is beyond our imagination that how is it possible? And that's the reason we don't give a damn. We don't give a value to this. It is told, it is written. It is overtold things like that. People are exaggerating. But Padma Puran doesn't stop here. It says if you complete one Prabodhini Ekadashi, you get 1,000. You get the virtue of completing 1,000 Ashwamedh Yajna and completing 100 Rajsu Yagyas. Maybe Rajsu Yagya is more difficult. Maybe I am not sure on that. So this is how the value of Ekadashi is. That is why following Ekadashi is so important, even though, as some Mataji said, that she is physically not keeping good. Even if you are not doing good, refrain from grains, eat less, eat strictly as per your body and as per the prescription of the doctor, that why you have to eat this, so that you, in the long run, you can be cured. And take your medicines, because because if you are too sick, ignoring medicines is not a good idea. But if you have headache and this that, then you can ignore medicines as well for a day. So that is why, with respect to every Ekadashi, but here I saw too many things have been mentioned with respect to Prabodhini Ekadashi. Okay. Especially we'll talk with category wise. With respect to Ekadashi, and on Ekadashi day, you should not sleep. Means a night out with Lord Hari. right? We do a lot of night out here and there, but this Ekadashi has been talked about a night out with Hari, doing what? And if you are able to do Jagran, means no sleep the entire night, what are the things that would follow you? First thing that would follow is, if you don't sleep on a Ekadashi night, then the sins performed by us, means the sins that have been performed already by us in our last 1,000 lives, will get burned, like just like cotton burns. Just the cotton, if you lit a fire in the cotton, it will burn it just 1 minute. So if we keep one night out, right, in Ekadashi, then your thousand, the sins committed in previous 1,000 lives just get burned like anything without any hustle. Right? Now, if you awaken the entire night, you get Ashwamegh Yagya, the virtue of it is told that the virtue which you would not get by doing Ashwamegh Yagya, that virtue also you can get just by being awakened the entire night of Ekadashi. Right? Now, it has already also been told that the virtue or the auspiciousness that you won't get by taking a bath in all the pilgrimages of entire India, and the virtue or auspiciousness that you won't get by doing charity of gold, means giving charity of gold, giving gold to someone else. Now gold is so expensive, right? Now 10 gram gold is around 1 gram gold is around 12,000 rupees, 12 to 13,000 rupees minimum, right? If you go to showrooms, it may be 15,000. So per gram is 15,000. So just imagine it saying that even if you do charity of gold, the auspicious that you might get, that is also not equal to Prabodhini Ekadashi. And Padma Puran says that even if you give someone land also in charity, all these things, means taking bath in pilgrimages, doing charity of gold and land, all these things cannot equalize to one being awakened in one Ekadashi, on this Prabodhini Ekadashi. So just imagine keeping not sleeping in the entire night, for the entire night of an Ekadashi, Prabodhini Ekadashi, how valuable it is. And believe me, you might think that Prabhuji, no, it's not practical. It is practical. We don't do, that's why we give an excuse. We don't do, so we tend to get lame excuses. Prabhuji, this is there, Prabhuji, office is there, this, that. Believe me, every Ekadashi, people travel from Delhi to Barsana, people travel from Haryana to Barsana just for one night. Yes. And it's not that, okay, Prabhuji, we have kids. I have seen people coming with their kids. And everyone sitting right awakened like anything. And the show is so awesome the entire night. The actual show starts at 12 o'clock midnight, 12 to 4, actual show. And then what is that? Pre-rehearsal things keeps on going from evening 6 o'clock till 12 o'clock. You will enjoy that as well. But the actual program starts at 12 o'clock midnight. So many people finish off all their household work, and the actual, the crowd starts at 10 o'clock around. But even then, the crowd is there before that as well. So there are people never think that, okay, if I am not doing, no one is doing, because I am the best devotee in this entire world. At times we feel sometimes, right? So never think that, okay, these are only given in books. It's not for us. It's not our level. Our level is only eating. We tend to eat 10 times a day. That's nothing else. That should not be counted. That we should not talk about. We know how to eat Ekadashi pizza. That is all that we know. So everything that is mentioned in our Purans, in our scriptures, Some or the other places it is being conducted, and people relish doing it. So that's why in Ekadashi, Ekadashi without a night out is incomplete Ekadashi. It's never complete. Now people may give excuse if you go and ask, oh, Prabhuji, I heard like this. What do you want? No, it is our level. This, that. So many, things will come. It will come. I know that, because we don't want to do and we don't want to suggest. Because if we don't do and if we suggest, then questions will be arised on us. That Prabhuji, but you are not doing right. Ah, Prabhuji, that is not important for us. For us, important is chant and sleep and chant, sleep and chant. That is all. That is important. So we should understand, and we should not underestimate the entire world, thinking that we are the only Vaishnavas in the world. Apart from us, no one else is there. Right? We are the best among all. We are the better among the best. So this is the biggest illusion that we have in our life. And another best part of this Ekadashi is, for Prabodhini Ekadashi, it has been said that if you take the vow of completing one Prabodhini Ekadashi, then it's like a magic for our ancestors. In many of our lives, we might have seen that we might not have be able to help our parents in their old age, our grandparents, due to some other reasons. But if you keep one Prabodhini Ekadashi, if you follow one Prabodhini Ekadashi, then all our ancestors will get migrated, will move out of, if they are in the hell due to some reason, right? Due to some or the other reason, if they are in hell, they will automatically move out to Vishnu Lok. Just by our, that is why it is told. See, that is why you see in our Indian culture why there is a demand, why always there is a demand of a boy child in house. Because if you have a girl child, she will get married and she will go to other house. But who will take care of us? Because we will not take care of us when we are alive. That's why a great saint in Vrindavan said, of Odisha actually, he said in Odisha it is mandatory. Remember, it is mandatory, and people will by hook or crook arrange it. What it is? Once you die, on your funeral, the dried tulsi sticks should be there. So if you go to Odisha, you will see, if in our houses, if a tulsi plant gets dried, we don't throw it. We keep it in some corner or something, somewhere we keep it. Just because, with this reason, that someone or the sometime someone will come searching of a tulsi plant, because every now and then someone or the person will die. So he was telling that when we die, we run behind the tulsi plant like anything, that we want some or the other how it is required. But when we are alive, we don't wear the tulsi beads. Because if we wear, okay, Prabhuji, we can wear, but we cannot eat outside. We cannot eat onion, garlic. Prabhuji, how it is possible? We die there only. So that is why, so that at least if we could not do for our parents when they were alive, and when our parents did not do when they were alive, at least once they are dead, once they move out to hell, at least by our actions. That's why you see, if any of you belongs to north side, you will see in Pitr Paksh in North India, that it's around 20-25 days season. So in that season, no one does a good work or a new work or a new, buying new house, new car, new, nothing happens. Everything is, everything goes for a pause, because that is for Pitr Paksha. They dedicate that duration for Pitr Purush, so that so that they also notice that we also give some importance to them. So likewise, if we have not done anything, just by observing Prabodhani Ekadashis, our ancestors can be purified and they can move out from hell and they can go to Vishnu Lok. And whatever we do on this day, on this Prabodhini Ekadashi, whether you talk of chanting, whether you talk of, we'll talk about scripture reading later, whether you talk of chanting, whether you talk of performing any sort of austerities, whether you perform, whether you give Vaishnav Ekadashi Prasadam to anybody, whatever you do, all of these will become Akshay, indestructible. They will always remain with you in your entire life. After, even if you leave the physical body, it will remain with us. So it is so important, this Prabodhini Ekadashi is. And it has been told that, see, same things have been told n number of times in different ways. In another Skanda Purana, it has been told that by performing just one Prabodhini Ekadashi properly, you can burn sins committed in your last 1,000 lives. Right? You can be freed like anything just by doing this Ekadashi. And on this Ekadashi, it's very important, especially village areas, especially in Vrindavan as well. That, and we should remember this for every Ekadashi. And I have read this thing in other Ekadashi essence as well. On a Ekadashi, you should not eat even Ekadashi prasad from a non-devotee's hand. That means you should not eat anything, even you should not drink a glass of water from anyone's else hand. A person who is not a devotee, who is not a Vaishnav, you should not accept anything in your life on that day. That's why some one day in Kartik, I think 2 years back, when some devotees were here, so it was the Ekadashi. So if you come to Vrindavan on Ekadashi, you will see big crowd and going for parikrama. So at around, after, especially around 8 o'clock, when the entire world awakens, so you will see people in offer Ekadashi fruits and various items on the roads. So there was a devotee who was doing parikrama with me. That, but due to some reason, he told that, Prabhuji, I will come. You go ahead. So I went ahead, and then I came back to my home. And then he completed his parikrama and came back to my room. And he said, Prabhuji, आज आलू मिला, एकादशी आलू फ्राई, सिंघाड़े का आटा वाला आलू बहुत बढ़िया था. I told, अच्छा ठीक है, बहुत बढ़िया था. Then I told him, Prabhuji, on Ekadashi, you should not eat anything. You don't have to decide or think who is a devotee, who is a non-devotee, this, that. Just simple a thumb rule that you should not eat anything outside your home. You should not eat anything from a non-Vaishnav. Even if your parents, your relatives are there, just avoid them for a day. That's why on a Ekadashi, the best rule is don't go out of your house if you want to keep your vow intact. Otherwise, some of the other things will happen and it will go to hell. So that's why you should not eat anything from anyone's hand on a Ekadashi day. And especially for this Prabodhani Ekadashi, it has been told that just by not eating from anyone else's hand on this Prabodhani Ekadashi day, what you are getting? You are getting the virtue of executing a Chandrayan Vrat. And just imagine, Chandrayan Vrat is so difficult. Anybody knows what is Chandrayan Vrat? Anybody knows? Okay. So Chandrayan Vrat is, as you hear the word Chandrayan, so as the moon fades, right, and then grows, so this vow is taken for 15 days, means around for entire month. How? It starts from Pratipada. That on the first day, Pratipada, what you do? You eat once. Once, when I say, it is not that once full plate. Once means one time that you put in your mouth, right? Put, done. Second day, twice. Third day, thrice. Like this, you go up till 14 days, till whether it's Purnima or Amavasya, whatever it is. Like this, you take 14 times food in your mouth, 13 times, and then you reverse. Means from 1, you move to 14, and then 15th day, and then from 15th day, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, like that. So this is for entire month. So just imagine, you would say, Prabhuji, it is not possible because we have to take medicines. So without executing that vow, just by not eating one day in Ekadashi or from outside or any other place, you get that virtue, get that auspiciousness in your life. By just not eating anything else from a non-devotee's hand on this Prabodhini Ekadashi. Okay? So now, on Prabodhini Ekadashi, it has been talked about reading scriptures. It has been much has been emphasized on reading scriptures. It has been said that, and not only here, I've seen other Ekadashis as well, because the rule of Ekadashi is this, that you have to spend your entire Ekadashi chanting, reading, singing. These are the three things that you have to do your whole day. And if you can give lectures, give classes, well and good. If you can hear, means in nutshell, you have to imbibe yourself in all the 9 modes of devotional service and nothing apart from that for the entire day, night, including Dwadashi is also there. So it is said, if you read, chant, hear lectures, then by doing this on the entire Ekadashi day, your all sins of all your lives just get burned like anything. And this behavior, this behavior of us on this day, that reading, chanting, dance, here nothing, it's nowhere eating is there, right? Only chanting, reading and hearing, singing Vaishnav songs. Just by doing these, Krishna gets satisfied the most. There is no there is nothing else apart from that which you can do, and by which Krishna will become more happy. This is the best thing that you can do on every Ekadashi, right? Now, it has been made very easy for us. Padma Puran says that just by reading one verse or half a verse, just by reading this, you get the virtue of donating 100 cows like this. You don't have to, nowadays one cow is around 70 to 80,000 rupees in a good quality, minimum. Just by following this, just by reading one verse, you get the auspiciousness of doing charity of 100 cows, right? And that is why you see in this happens for entire Kartik month. In fact, a person who arranges Krishna Katha, and that is why you see there are so many that weekly kathas that keep on happening on this Kartik. Because a person who arranges Krishna Katha on this Prabodhani Ekadashi day, his 100 generations, just imagine 100 generations gets liberated like anything. You just arrange a Krishna Katha on this Prabodhini Ekadashi and your 100 generations gets liberated, right? And it has been also told, as I said, that if we hear, chant, read scriptures, uh, for hearing, it has been told that just by hearing Krishna Katha, that's why Skanda Purana says that, right? Sada sevya Srimad Bhagavatim Katha yasya shravan matrenaha harischitam samashrayet. Just by hearing, Hari will come in our hearts and will explode inside us, so that we can also get his realization. We can get that realization that Krishna is inside us just by hearing Krishna Katha. That is why Skanda Puran says that just by hearing Krishna Katha for your entire Ekadashi, for the entire day and night, you get a virtue of donating 1,000 cows. And that is why it is said that if you read, chant, sing, hear in on Ekadashi, a person who does all these activities without fail, without any interruption, what happens? He never comes back to this earth. He is liberated just by following Ekadashis. That is why there's a very beautiful, actually, that is in the category of Kartik essence, Kartik Mahatmya. Once Satyabhama asks Krishna that, what did I do due to which I could become your wife? And there's a very, very big story. I'll not go into that. So Krishna says that in your past life, there were a lot of hustles and hurdles in her life. So in those hustles also, you just took two vows in your life for your entire life. And out of that two vows, one vow was strictly following Ekadashi, following Ekadashis with in the mode of Nirjala Ekadashi. And that is why you could become my wife. So remember, my dear devotees, Ekadashi is so valuable, so beneficial, and it should not be an optional component of our life. It should be it should just be like our breath. The way we breathe to live, we should follow Ekadashi for our spiritual life so that we can advance in our spiritual life. Because remember, we can give reasons, we can talk so much, we know English, and we are educated, we can give right and left excuses, but at the end of our life, none of these excuses will come into work. No one can help you apart from our own deeds. That's why Srila Prabhupada, who has given us this magic formulas so easily, I don't think we were really eligible, but even then, Srila Prabhupada did this for us without knowing us personally. He did it for us. We should take the advantage of this. Because even if we don't take advantage of this, then it will be just like committing suicide and nothing else. Because like this, days, years, and life, and at the end, our life will end, and the right time will never come. Just like somebody said that, my health is not good, because after around approximately every one of us came into this Hare Krishna movement after at an age of 30 years. Means when we attain 30 years of age, that means our, if you see, our actual life is over. After this, whatever is going on, that is just a formality, right? And after from 30 to 50, when we move, then what that formality also gets stopped. Either we are on bed, either our neck is not working, either our waist is not working, either our knees are not working, either our ankle is not working, some other joints are not working, and we are in pain like anything. So it's a high time that we wake up. Jeev jago, Gora Chand aaya hai. It's a high time that we take things seriously, and let's not flow with the flow. Whatever the whole world is doing, it's not mandatory that what the whole world is doing we have to do. It's our life, it's our spiritual life, it's our personal life. So we should be personal with our activities and with our executions as well. Because once the day is gone, when I was reading this and when I went through this Chandrayan Vrat, I was thinking that if I would have come to know around 10 years back, I could have tried. Because now, even if I think, personally, I'm telling, even if I think of doing, I can do it, no doubt, I can do it. But the situation around me is not so compatible, because I have to take care of someone. Household atmosphere is not like that. I have office is also there for 1 month. I cannot postpone, right? Office is also there. There are so many things happening in and around, due to which, even though I want, I cannot. So this may be the situation in everyone's life. I was reading sometime back a chapter. What is that? I think Canto 8, Samudra Manthan. And before the Samudra Manthan Leela's Kashyap and Aditi conversation. In that one, Vrat is mentioned, Payovrat. Payovrat is also very easy. It's nothing big. 12 days you have to spend by drinking milk. I was thinking, hey, if I could have done this, milk is my favorite. So I thought I could have done this. Nothing, not a big deal. But the situation is not compatible. A situation is not favorable that I can get it done. So likewise, by the time we realize that, oh, I could have done it, the time is gone. Now either we are not physically fit, or not mentally healthy, or not, atmospherically we are capable enough, or logically. In some or the other way, we would see we are in an inappropriate situation, due to which we are not able to conduct, or due to which we are not able to do. So it's a high time that we take up things seriously, because we never know. Because from last 1 month we were shouting, Kartik will come, Kartik will come, Kartik will come. Now Kartik will not come. Kartik is gone. Kartik 2025 is gone. Now whatever you do, whatever you shout, yell, howl, whatever we do, it doesn't it's not going to work. It's gone. So likewise, things will pass on, time will pass on, people will pass on, day after day, month after month, year after year after. So we have to be very focused. That's why Krishna says, tasmat manasa eken satvatam patihi. With one pointed concentration, we have to take our spiritual life not as an optional, but as a mandatory in our life, and execute and perform each day, each moment of our life, that we have to do some devotional service, that because we never know when we would go, and no one can take a guarantee whether if today I go inside washroom, and whether I will be able to come out live, eh, with life in my body. I am not sure. And there has been so many instances about that people go inside washroom, but they never come back. People sleep on the bed in the night, but they never woke up. So many instances are there. So we have to be very serious. We have to be very sincere with our practice, with our devotion. And we should never think that we are doing for someone else. Whatever we are doing, it's for us. You just see, I'm not telling lies. I was just talking yesterday to Anandarupa Prabhu. I wanted to prepone this session to 6:30 instead of 6:45, because something I was doing, and I didn't wanted to waste this 15 minutes. But we couldn't inform everyone. So I thought, okay, let me change. So I did it. Whatever I wanted to, I did it in the late night itself. Done. So by hook or crook, we have to understand that I have to do, whether things are with me, or if I have to do some hook or crook, tell some lies, do whatsoever in your spiritual life. But for our advancement, to near to Krishna, whatever has to be done, it should be done. Just like when we tell that giving bribe or taking bribe is bad, but Sanatan Goswami, to meet with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gave bribe. That was bad, right? But that was not bad, because he wanted to go to Krishna. So when the soul wants to meet his Paramatma, when Atma wants to meet Paramatma, in whatsoever conditions, Krishna does it for him. And that lolupta, that eagerness, that anxiety should be there within us, that let me not lose even a moment by which I can do something which will, help me in extracting that love out of my heart, which is there for Krishna, but it's hidden. So we have to take it out. And by doing all these activities, only what would happen is our love for Krishna will explode. And that is all that we need to do. That is why Ekadashi in our life is so important, that by no chance we should miss Ekadashi performing whatever it is. Let's not talk about excuses. Let's not talk about this and that. We should, in our own respective homes, we should remember that today is Ekadashi and we should plan Ekadashi. We should not wash any clothes on Ekadashi day. If you have, wash it ahead, or let's wash it tomorrow. Let not do anything which is not required. We can postpone or prepone. Get that done, because keep Ekadashi so strict. Switch off your mobile, and if it's not possible for you to switch off, keep it in silent mode, because many would come, many will call, which calls are not important. You can talk tomorrow as well. Let's postpone. It's not so mandatory. So like this, if we don't take small steps to make our Ekadashi very much concentrated, till then our love towards Krishna will not get come up. And remember, it's not so easy. That's why in our Vrindavan it is said, ये कृष्ण की लीला है, मत जानो गुड़ की चीला. These are Krishna Leelas, and they are so confidential that it's not equalizing to that the chila that we make. Just put some jaggery and some flour and mix and just put it on tawa and eat, and fry and eat and done. It's not like that. It's so confidential that many people came and went. Krishna is there where he was. So that's why we should take this Ekadashi, and every Ekadashi, in fact, and we too should try, we should test oneself that why we can't keep Nirjala Ekadashi. If you are not able to complete full day, let's be Nirjala till 12 o'clock. What's the big deal? Let's try. If you are not able to, we will drink water. Water is there in our house. At 1 o'clock, drink water. Let's try. What's harm in that? But we never promote this, because we want to eat. That in our DNA that has come in, that we refrain from grains, but full recipe book is there in our house. So these things are just excuses. Remember, we are not doing anything good. We are not doing something great, which will be, if you talk outside about all these, people will just scold you and do nothing else. So that is why we have to understand the essence of Ekadashi, and it is so auspicious, so virtuous, and due to Srila Prabhupada's, great mercy, it has come to our life like anything. Otherwise, we would have never come to know that if some Ekadashi is also there for us in our life. So like that, we have to love Ekadashi and let Ekadashi love us, so that we gel up with each other and perform Ekadashi in its best way. Okay. So with this, we'll conclude Ekadashi session. So there was another session that was told to me, will not take much time. So it was told that to talk about, the topic is how to read Srila Prabhupada books. I will not take much time. See, I just want to tell this, that if in being in ISKCON, if we don't give importance to Srila Prabhupada books, if we don't read, if we don't study, I never say you should not read books, scriptural books, you should study, in fact. If we don't study Srila Prabhupada books, then we are wasting time. We are not doing anything. Nothing is going to happen. Because that's why Srila Prabhupada in a conversation said to his disciples, when he asked, "Are you reading my books?" Then disciple said, "Yes." Again he asked, "Are you reading my books?" Disciple said, "Yes." Then Srila Prabhupada said, "Are you really reading my books?" Disciple said, "Yes, Prabhuji, really we are reading." Prabhupada said, "This is what I want. I want you to read my books really. Just not read. I want you to really read my books." And he, in a pain, he tells in a conversation that I am doing so much labor. I'm working so hard in compiling and reading and extracting so many things. I'm burning the sleep of my eyes in the so many nights, and I want you to take the advantage of that. And I have seen in past people, they take Bhagavatam, and the pages are open, but in the middle of the pages there is a beautiful friend of us, and the name of the friend is phone. We are playing with the phone, we are watching reels, we are watching YouTube, we are doing WhatsApp and whatnot. When you read, that's why my Guru Maharaj says, if you are a real Vaishnav, a day should not go without reading Bhagavatam for 1 hour minimum. Without any lame excuses, you should read Bhagavatam for 1 hour. And there is a very great saint of Vrindavan named as Hanuman Prasad Poddarji Maharaj. When he read Srila Prabhupada's purport, believe me, he sponsored the money with which first 3 volumes of Bhagavatam was printed. The money came from Hanuman Prasad Poddarji Maharaj, because he was so satisfied, he was so happy reading through it, and he said that I have never seen such elaborative, such simple, such crisp purport on Bhagavatam. And he was so happy that he donated money to Srila Prabhupada to print Srimad Bhagavatam. And if you read Leela Amrit, you will see Prabhupada took so much pain for getting these books printed. And if we don't take the advantage of reading Prabhupada books, whether it's Chaitanya Charitamrita, whether it's Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and there are so many books, if we don't take the advantage, that's why I always say, when you meet with a Vaishnav or a Vaishnavi or whatever it is, when you have a gathering at your house, always distribute books. Give the people, those who come to your house, give them as a token of gift, Srila Prabhupada books, maybe small books, whatever books you can. That's the best way that we can interchange things, we can exchange books, and we can distribute Srila Prabhupada books, so that a person who doesn't got a chance or whatever it is, he also gets an opportunity to read Srila Prabhupada books. That's why we should take this as a mission, that whenever we give a gift should always be Srila Prabhupada books. If we know that, okay, a person who is not financially strong, that he can buy books, give your amount, give some amount, so that, okay, buy this is amount, whatever amount you needed, tell me, you buy, and let me know, I will give you the money. Because this is the best thing, this is the best return gift that we can give to Srila Prabhupada as his disciples, being his disciples. Otherwise, what are we doing for Srila Prabhupada? Srila Prabhupada did so much for us without knowing. He didn't know us. Did any of us had a personal relation with him? No. So the question is, what we are doing knowing Srila Prabhupada? He did without knowing. What we are doing after knowing him? So that's the biggest question. So remember, that's why Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, in his entire life, he never read any other book apart from Srila Prabhupada's books. But when asked, he said, you can read, but before you go for other books, ensure that you are gone through Srila Prabhupada's books at least thrice. Means thrice you have gone with each purport, each verse, each meaning, everything, at least thrice. And then if you think, no, I can read these books, I want to read this book, please go ahead, no issues in that. So this is the essence of Srila Prabhupada's books, that Srila Prabhupada's books are so fine-tuned that if you catch the words, if you catch the purport, if you catch the meanings of those, and you start applying in our life slowly and steadily, you will see no power in this world can stop you going back to Krishna, going back to Krishna. No power can stop you. But the condition is, first you have to read, and then we have to apply in our life. Without application, nothing is going to happen. Even if you read, even if you mug up 10 out of 10 questions, huh, And if you go in exam center and if you write none and come back, you will get zero. Doesn't matter whether you have memorized all the questions and answers or not. It doesn't matter at all. Until unless you apply, there is no importance of anything in life, whether it's materially or spiritually, whatever it is. That's why there is a stepwise formula. That first is Shravanam. That first you have to hear, and then Manan. You have to think, and that's why when you think, question comes out of your mind. And when once think, then Nidhi Dhyasan. Nidhi Dhyasan is implementation, application of that. What you heard, what you thought, what you analyzed, and then you apply. First you hear, then you analyze, and then you apply. Now, when you analyze, and at this point, a lot of questions comes out, a lot of queries comes out, and then you get them sorted, and then you move on for application. So with this, in this way, when we do it, then only we'll see whatever we are reading, those are having impressions on our life. Those are those the flavors of those readings, those scriptures, those words comes in our life, and our life changes. Otherwise, externally we might change, right? Our face might change, our body look might change, our outfit might change, but internally we are there wherever we was, wherever we were, whether it's Mataji or Prabhuji, doesn't matter. We will be there where we were if we don't apply things in our life. Okay, so with this I like to conclude. Hare Krishna. If any Mataji or Prabhuji has any questions, we'll take one or two, or else we'll move to Damodar Ashtakam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, you said on Ekadashi day we should not wash clothes. What exactly is that, Prabhuji? That actually we don't
Just
wash
for
now, Prabhuji.
just
Today we
for
have.
just for saving your time, because nowadays in many households nowadays what they do, they they pile up clothes, and there's a basket that is available, right, with holes in that, or a
Yes,
net
Prabhuji.
oriented basket. They pile up clothes to wash on a day. I don't know which day it might be. So this is just a recommendation from many saints that we should not do. It's not about washing clothes only. We should not do anything, any activity which will waste our time. And that is the reason why cooking has been eliminated. Because I don't have to tell everyone, because there are so many Matajis and you this is your daily activity. First, you prepare for cooking. Secondly, you cook. Thirdly, you wash the utensils. So in this entire three steps, you just assume around, if I'm not wrong, 4 to 5 hours goes like that. This, right? And then breakfast, lunch, dinner, thrice. Means in a overall, if you see, around 8 to 10 hours of your life day is going in cooking. So that's why cooking has been eliminated completely. So that is the reason any material activity which can be postponed or preponed, just get it done and just wait for the next day. Just wait for Ekadashi to be over and then continue. Okay, Priti
But,
Mataji?
but Prabhuji, we have to cook for the other members of our family. Now, all don't do Ekadashi.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that is our misfortune, Mataji. That we everyone doesn't do it. That is our own karma. That we are in that state where we are not getting that atmosphere. So cook it. It's nothing that you should not cook. Cook. Otherwise, there will be other complexities. So we have to cook. Please continue. There's no problem.
and nowadays we have washing machines, Prabhuji. We just have to dump clothes into the machine. But if washing clothes
Mhm.
is this thing, Prabhuji, that we shouldn't do it on a Ekadashi day, then that can also be stopped. Washing clothes can
No,
be
no.
stopped.
Washing machine. See, that's what I'm saying. It's not about only washing clothes. Any activity that you can prepone or postpone, which is not mandatory for getting it done on Ekadashi, you can just ignore. That's the whole principle on this. That any activity that you can postpone or prepone, just get it done, and just focus on reading, writing, singing, chanting, whatever spiritual activities are. Okay,
Like
Priti
Prabhu,
Mataji?
while cooking or doing any work, I keep chanting or singing some Prabhu Lord's bhajans. That can go
No,
now,
no, that works.
Prabhuji.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Because while cooking, you cannot chant, right? Because your hands are already occupied. So at least, but mouth and ears are free. You can hear the lectures. We can sing Vaishnav songs,
Thank
right?
you, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you,
Yes.
Prabhuji.
I have
Hare
a
Krishna.
question, Prabhu.
Yes, Ramay Mataji, please tell Mataji.
So, yeah. So on the Ekadashi day, though I try to control not to eat or take only one small piece of food, by end of 4 o'clock, I feel very much tempted to take any snack or any junk food. So how to avoid this temptation feeling, or what should we do when we feel like eating or take a coffee, something like this? Mind will be very much craving to eat something. How can we control, Prabhuji? Any tips, please?
Mataji, see, this is the problem because we are not disciplined in our daily life. Leave about Ekadashi, okay? Let's not talk about Ekadashi now. Why it is difficult for many people to perform Ekadashi without eating? Why it is? Because in our daily life, we are not disciplined with our eating habits. You know, our teeth and our stomach keeps on rotating like a motor. Like, you know, motor keeps on revolving, it keeps on revolving. That why you get a craziness at 4 o'clock of drinking or having a cup of coffee or having some junk food, because in your daily life you do that, right? For me, I don't have any issues because in my daily life I don't do it, and many others who, for example, if a person doesn't drink coffee, how good the coffee is, or how what is that coffee's name, which is very expensive? Uh, Black, no, no. What you get in a glass in some shops? What is the brand name?
Starbucks.
Starbucks. Yeah, yeah, correct, correct. I drank that once till my in my entire life, and believe me, it's a third class coffee. I don't know why I didn't like it. Some client had come, so in the we were sitting in a boardroom, so it was bought for everyone. So around 10 years, 12 years back. But if I don't drink it, if I don't drink coffee, even if you bring Starbucks, it is just like it will be buck only for me. Nothing star or moon. So if we are not regulated in our daily life, believe me, your Ekadashi, you cannot perform Ekadashi properly. Very simple. If your eating habits are not disciplined, you cannot perform Ekadashi. See, when Mataji herself told that I want to eat, I like that craziness comes for eating junk food. You should eradicate junk food from your life if you want to be physically fit. For me, from ages, I don't eat junk food. Even though I ate in the middle some or the other way in this and that way, but I always avoid. Even if I get free, even if someone comes and give me, okay, eat this free, I don't want, because for his one spoon or one piece of free pizza or whatever crap that is, I don't want to waste my body, for which I have taken so much of pain, getting things disciplined with my physical body. Why should I want to waste? So that is why first thing is why that craziness comes. Why it is that by 10 o'clock we tend to eat. That's why I always, please don't mind bad, but when in 2021, when both of us, we were in Vrindavan for 5 months. So there was on Ekadashi also, there used to be two time prasadam, 9 o'clock, then 3 o'clock. As soon as the lecture is over from 8 to 9, people used to run like anything for prasadam at 9 o'clock. Why is it? Why is this craze? Because that intention, that the mentality has become like that, and the stomach also calls for food. Ki boss, I want food, give me. Because it is habituated, because we have made that habit of eating 9 o'clock. Otherwise, that habit or that craziness will not come. So it's not about Ekadashi, it's about your daily life habits. And believe me, if you don't control your daily life habits, till if not today, then tomorrow, issues will come. And especially for Matajis, please don't feel bad. Why there is such a big crowd in what is that? What do we call? Ah, in the hospitals of gynecologists, why there is such a big crowd? Any gynecologist, whether it's a male gynecologist or female, why there is such a big crowd? Because a female's body is so sensitive. Because but today's, if you tell these things to today's women, they will slap you like anything. That's why, by do whatever you want, eat lakhs of rupees of medicines, enjoy your life. Why should we tell? Because today you should not tell anything for free. If you pay and then come, we will tell. Then things will be sweet. Because free things are not sweetened nowadays. Female's body is so sensitive, and all there are so many matajis in the class. I don't have to explain so much. From childhood till you get married, around at the age of 30 to 40, 30, 35, there are so many complexions, there are so many changes in hormones inside the body, which a male body doesn't have. So those regulations, why it is not happening? Because we are eating all crap nowadays. Why there are so much of demand? Now you see any mall, the top floor is dedicated for food stalls, and it's jam packed. Why it is? Because we are so much crazy about eating outside, eating that gutter food, that once we go out, it cannot be that we come inside home without. You go to Karol Bagh here in Delhi, there you will see people selling sprouts, and that sprouted nuts. I see young girls and boys and boyfriend, girlfriends maybe, eating that. Why is it not possible for you to do the same in your home? Is it not possible? You just put it in water, sprouts, either boil it or eat it raw. Why it is not possible? But they go outside and eat, saying that, oh, this is how what healthy it is, that. Why it is? Because first of all, we are not serious about our life, and then we complain, this is happening, that is happening. Prabhuji, I cannot sleep, I cannot drink, I cannot eat. All these are just due to our daily habits, our daily actions, and we have to pay the price for that. There is no excuse, there is no this and that compromise or discounts or anything on that. Whatever activities you do, you have to pay for that. If not today, then after 10 years, and at that time there will be no one. That's why I give an example, that you might see on the road an Audi moving or a BMW moving. You might see many Audi or BMW moving, but have you ever seen a BMW or an Audi in a petrol pump filling petrol? We might not, right? Or we have seen sometimes. So in that place, how much amount of money is spent in that fuel, we don't know. We just know that, okay, Audi is moving, we also want more Audi, so we go crazy behind that. So that is why we have to control our senses. That's the entire essence of Ekadashi as well. Otherwise, we will never be able to conduct our Ekadashi as well. So that's why, to control your hankeringness, you have to control your daily schedule. Otherwise, it's not going to happen at any point of time. Okay. Thank you, Matajis. I think it's time, and
Thank you so much.
thank you, Mataji.
Thank you,
And I'm really sorry
Prabhu.
if I have told something, and if anyone has felt bad, I'm really sorry for that. I don't want to hurt anyone, but this is what the actual picture is. Whether you feel bad or good, we have to take the reality as reality. Okay, I think now we can go ahead with the Damodar Ashtakam.
Thank you, Paramdham Prabhu. Thank you.
Right.
So
I'm sorry for taking so
quickly,
much time. I'm really
no, Prabhu,
sorry.
it was very insightful, very nice sharing. So we'll just quickly wrap the Damodar Ashtakam in 5 minutes because there is Bhagavatam class. So who will be doing the Damodar Ashtakam today?
Myself, Prabhuji.
Yes, please go ahead. I'll just share the slide.
Hare Krishna. Namavishwaram Sachidanandrupam Lasat Kundalam Brajmanam यशोदामयोलोकलाभवमानम् परामिष्टमत्यन्तदूतते गोप्या वृदन्तं मोहनेत्रं युग्मं निजन्तम् कराम्बोजयुग्मेन शान्तकनेत्रम् मोहशासकं पातिरेखाङ्ककण्ठा स्थिरेवदामोदरं भक्तिवद्धम् इति दिग्गजलीलाविरानन्दकुण्डे सघोषं निमज्जन्तमाख्यापयन्तम् तदीयितग्नेषु भक्तिजितत्वम् पुनः प्रेमतस्तां शतावृत्तिबन्धे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरिषादपीह इदं ते वपुर्नाथ गोपालबालं सदा मे मनस्या विरास्तं किमन्ये इदं ते मुखाम्भोजमत्यन्ते नीले वितं कुन्तले स्निग्धरक्तश्च गोप्या मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनस्या विरास्तं मलं लक्ष्यलाभे नमो देव दामोदर अनन्त विष्णु प्रभु प्रसीद प्रभु दुःखजलाब्धिमग्नम् कृपादिष्टिविष्ट्यन्ति दीनं बतानु गृहाणि क्षमामयमेधच्छिदिश्या कुबेरात्मजो वैद्यमुत्तय दत्त्वा त्वयामोचितो भक्तिभाजुकृतो च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मे अस्ति दामोदरेह नमस्ते स्तु दाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायाथ विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियाय नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपम् लसितकुण्डलं गोकुले भजमानम् यशोदामयोलोकलाब्धवमानम् परामेष्टमत्यन्तदूतितगोप्या हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण प्रभु जी and माता जी दामोदर अष्टकम की जय
Jai.
Thank you, Ruby Mataji. Thank you, Kamala Mataji, for giving the darshan, altar darshan. Thank you, Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you. Thank you, devotees. Thank you for joining. So we'll join tomorrow again. So don't miss the class. Hare Krishna, Dhanavad Pranam.
Hare Krishna Anand Rupa Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna
Krishna.
Prabhu, Dandavad Pranam.
Hare Krishna Anand Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Will we be having that chanting class from tomorrow, Prabhuji, 6:30 onwards?
Yeah, we'll.
Like Param Prabhuji said.
Yes, we'll try to do that. We'll try
Okay,
to
Prabhuji.
join early.
Okay.
It is better to join early and start.
No, like Prabhuji said, na, from 6:30 to 6:45, if we could chant 2 rounds together.
Yes. Anyway, 6:30 to 6:45 we do the chanting round. So
Yes, Prabhuji, yes. Okay, we'll try from tomorrow, Prabhuji.
Yes, please. Yeah. Thank you,
Thank you,
Mataji.
Prabhu.
Thank you, Preeti.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you all devotees. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna
Dandavat
devotees.
Pranam.
Hare Krishna
Jai
Prabhuji.
to all the devotees who have assembled here. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Wish you have a very wonderful Ekadashi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.